It
we wouldn't say Lonix.
Wait, yeah, we wouldn't say Lonix when Luna was up there. Luna, much like we were talking about, unlike Hideaway, is favoring the movement speed stance. So he's taking out a force, having that 4 dex, and then having that 5 movement speed. Because to go into 3 dex, you have to be on 4 movement speed. It ends up going into the defense there. But yeah, Sonic seems to be the case. And the reason for that is, you look at Cross, you look at Zariel, you're exchanging bow for blasters.
Oh!
Wow.
The team combo, catching both of the red team members.
Yeah. But and the sidelight? Okay, nice job. Gets that Sair, knocks him off the left side of the stage too. Raydish also playing the Red Raptor. So I have been so flip-floppy on Red Raptor in terms of what I actually think about the character.
Oh,
and I've decided
to waffling? What? I'm sorry, I stun-locked you on that one.
What? I didn't understand what you...
There's a phrase, you're waffling.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, I just ended up saying the wrong word. I guess I kind of described waffling, but I just used different adjectives. What was I trying to say? Oh, yeah. I thought Red Raptor wasn't great, and now I think Red Raptor's actually built for 2s. I think this is the first Boots legend that really succeeds in 2s because his signatures reach so far and are so potent at knocking out. He's kind of got that queen eye factor, though, I think, in singles, where it's hard to hit them on their own. But once you put them into a doubles environment, Red Raptor's just got all the right stuff to be able to succeed. And look at this, 6 stocks to 2, Duke. I haven't even been able to talk about all the things that I think are cool because Raydish and MegD are just destroying them.
They're just running through the top team, the top-seeded team here in North America. Raydish will get taken out. That'll be MegD as well, but it's 2 stocks to 4 here. Red team have got to stop this bleed. The blue team's team combos have been on point.
Yeah, they've been on point, but they had to get a lot more of them to be able to get that to work. Raydish now getting, goes in for that sidelight. Sider connects. MegD tries to get that alley-oop on the falling Sair, actually, with Luna going low. And that friendly fire onto Snowy is not a great start, and Luna and Snowy are probably just trying to find their footing at this point. Side air almost gets followed up by MegD. Side sig in the neutral light into the dunk from the end sig, but you see that angle of knockback. That's not going to knock out Raydish just yet.
That was so much more vertical than I was expecting off of that neutral sig.
Yeah, that's why when it dunked, I really lost my mind. Cider
nice
catches him after that gravity cancel D-Light, but Snowy on the other side of the stage goes off the top, and now it's 1 stocks to 3. I'm so excited that Raydish is succeeding even a little bit on the Red Raptor right now. When this character came out, I was thinking, okay, this character's designed for you, right? He's on Petra with the orb for so long, but really Raydish is just an orb specialist. I don't really feel like a Petra main.
And I mean, he also had that brief stint as a Tesca player, right?
Just to try out the boots?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's here it is, the character that he's been waiting for. But the singles debut did not look great. And then Raydish actually had a big slump in placements after that, right? So seeing him being able to play it so confidently here in this down sig, we're getting this replay, goes in for the down sig himself to send upwards, and I think he just goes right over for that edge guard there on that ground pound. Yeah, and then the spinning air kick to be able to get him off the left side of the stage. Such a huge deal.
So I want to talk a little bit more about this Red Raptor in 2s conversation that you're talking about. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, this is a great 2s pick, right? Mostly his boots, though, I will say. It's that there's a lot of active frames and a lot of stun time on almost everything. We're seeing him hit side airs, and he's got all this time for MegD to set up his down sig. He's got these other signatures, like the side sig setting up for MegD's neutral sigs. There's all these different setups.
The side sig on boots will have this blast pulse that happens at the end of it, regardless of whether you pick somebody up. And all of Red Raptor's signatures hit multiple opponents at the same time. So you could carry both of them with the M sig, you carry both of them with the side sig, and the down sig is obviously just a big explosion. So it's really, really great for team combos and setting up for team combos because you basically use them as supercharged light attacks. You don't have to worry about the Zariel nerf in that case, where Zariel's only going to grab one person at a time with those really strong hurt boxes. So seeing Raydish succeed with that is really exciting. And then I know you didn't talk too much about the orb. I think the big benefit here is that Raydish is just pretty nasty with the orb on its own. And then you get the bike for a recovery tool if you need it. Watching Keith and C play Red Raptor in 2s really convinced me that a lot of those signatures you can kind of just put out in the same way that you would light attacks, and it actually can just work. And we're seeing Raydish start to do a little bit of the same. He's brought the boot a few times, but hasn't gotten it to stomp on anybody just yet.
He uses it like he uses Petra Orb down sig. You know what I mean?
He does. It is,
throw it out on the corner, maybe I'll ground pound
If only he could do it safely from the ledge. because that's the benefit that Petra gives you with the boot to be able to get the extended hitbox to get that the giant stomp off the side of the stage. You have to be over the side of the stage. You're usually slide charging or gravity canceling it, so it's a little bit more risky. But we're going to Miami Dome for game number 2. Luna and Snowy took some much needed time to take a breath, figure out what happened in that last game, because that was dominating.
Well, Snowy already getting caught in that signature team combo from MegD and Raydish. MegD finishes it off with the down sig, and Raydish not able to go more onto it as Luna was hitting Raydish.
Yeah, Raydish gets hit with that side air, side light, down light, almost gets the nair right afterwards, and that nair into down air is not going to connect for MegD just yet. Raydish looking for a follow-up on the Luna, hits one nair. Can he hit another one? Just jabbing around in the air. Neutral light connects. Side sig does get punished to that sideline. Side air disarms him as well. Raydish looking for the finishing move here on the boots. What's he going to get? Goes for gravity cancel end sig, and he gets the right spacing to cover the platform, which I just now realized would not cover grounded on this stage.
No, he ended up jumping to go for the gravity cancel. It's going to be the recovery that takes Snowy's first stock down. Here's the team combo. MegD with the side sig.
Raydish and MegD really just don't drop those. Like the few times that I feel like they drop their alley-oops are like on those really crazy ones where they're trying to Sair to Sair. Other than that, if they've got the setup off of any of these neutral lights, they are just going crazy. Side sig from Luna will send Raydish flying, however. Let's see if they get the equalizer here. No, MegD manages to get out and get some damage on the way out.
MegD still holding on to that first stock. Both red team members starting to get knocked around a little bit on these second ones.
Oh, and an air, neutral air kits. What can MegD do? Falls with ground pounds. Dare misses. Neutral light connects, and MegD sent flying off to the right side of the stage. Side sig doesn't hit, and Raydish ends up sending MegD flying to the left. Waits for him to get back to the stage, but that blast will take him down, but that's only the first stock.
Nair's starting to get thrown out. Raydish utilizing that soft platform. Generally a little bit safer because you've got more verticality already inherent with that. Not able to interrupt that side light from Raydish.
Oh, that side stick actually gets interrupted by the Sair from Raydish, and Raydish has been kicking non-stop. Sair will take the weapon out of Snowy's arms. Gauntlet picked up into recovery, gets the nice nair on a MegD, but he neutralizes the wrong way, and Luna can't catch that side stick.
Oh, red team not getting any of the follow-ups that they want. Meanwhile, blue team is finding almost all of them. Neutral sig from Snowy, though. Catches MegD off the platform.
And yet they can't knock out. In this entire time, sure, Snowy finally goes down, but red team was getting a lot of damage on what was a significant deficit here. MegD and Raydish are looking for that finishing blow onto Luna right now. And they find it? No, Sair not going to be able to do it. One more would definitely hit. Let's see what Raydish can find now on the boots. D-Light side air, D-Light recovery would do it. Recovery not knocking Raydish out. Man,
recovery not going to do it.
They're all just barely not getting knocked out every time. Okay, finally, Silent recovery.
Snowy going to hang out on the top for a little bit because he's on his final stock.
Yeah, Miami Dome platform is probably the safest place to be in a 1v2 out of all the stages. There goes MegD, Raydish, somehow. Still holding on, actually? All right. I mean, if they're both here, there's no reason to lose that stock. You don't have a risk of your teammate going into a team combo. And MegD somehow finds down sig of all moves on the Luna in the corner.
Yeah, Snowy was busy getting that KO onto Raydish. Everybody's onto their final stocks. But at the rate things are going, red team might fall here, and that'll put them at a big deficit in the set.
Yeah, down light comes through. Weapon spawn picked up. Orb in hand. Raydish gets a neutral light. No read off the dodge. Goes back over to be stacked with MegD, and MegD's trying to get that Gauntlet Nair here to start things up. Ends up going after Luna instead. They're both in the air. Gravity cancel side light comes through, but he doesn't want to risk hitting his teammate. So really everybody's just looking for that first combo starter.
No, Snowy.
Oh, that could be it.
Getting some good hits here. MegD trying to punish him for it. You saw that falling Nair on the right side. Ground pound going to get stuffed by that Nair.
Oh, neutral light. Nice avoidance of that side signature there. Down air comes through, and Luna tries to get the spike with an air, but Raydish downlight side airs Luna off the left side of the stage. Ends up side air. He tries to side air towards MegD, but the save.
That recovery was clutch. Snowy didn't get launched into the
Team
signature.
combo! Got the neutral sig after the end light, and even though Snowy interrupted MegD, it didn't interrupt the knockback, and that's going to be a side light into Sair end sig. MegD falls in victory after that one. What an amazing team combo to finish it there, and that was tough. I love watching how great Raydish is with the boot Sair drift. There's a lot of moves that like slow down your momentum when using them in the air, but the one benefit of the boots is that like you can actually just Sair in either direction and have that full left drift. And we saw him actually do downlight into Sair pivot that just got interrupted. We saw that neutral light there, Raydish ready to follow up with that knockback, and that basically won the game. I think he ends up sidelighting there, and then the sider goes into the end sig. Raydish doesn't use the active input there. With boots, if you use active input, you end up traveling with your move. and he would have traveled into the NSIG there and maybe gotten the wrong knockback. But what did you just notice?
So as that set was going, especially game 2, I was really wondering what the signature accuracy was, because Luna was not hitting the Zariel signatures, which is one of the big things that we pointed out with like Hideaway. 9% accuracy, which depending on your attacks thrown out is not the worst. But when you threw out 22 and your accuracy is 9, you hit like 2-6.
I feel like that's just like Zarielisms, though, right? Like when Zariel's there, you kind of have to be throwing up the signatures all the time in the hopes that, like, during the midst of some knockback or dash jumping, you're going to catch them with that grab. And that's something that I've noticed, like that percentage hit rate of signatures seems to be the same across the board for anybody that locks in Zariel. But it is worth bringing
the next
up.
set and count.
Okay, all right, I'll do it. I don't think you're wrong. I do think that like anybody who's locking in Zariel is like throwing out 20 to 36 a game and only hitting like 15% of them.
Yeah,
that's what I've been noticing.
It was looking pretty brutal, especially because he was also getting punished a lot on those.
Yeah.
And then ultimately, like, they got no team combos really. Like, it was mostly the Raydish MegD show. Also, I want to bring up one more thing. You kind of talked about it with the boots, but I want to harken back to yesterday where you're talking about how like boots and 2v2s can be weird because of that like movement inside of it. Raydish is really, really good at not doing the active inputs there.
Yeah.
So he just stays where he is, sends the person away, and MegD gets the follow-up.
No, Raydish is fantastic. And the way that he's been playing it actually has been making me rethink what Boots' potential has because of the drift. Like, I'm noticing him actually pivot a lot of things and being put into a position where, like, he gets a hit, goes to the other side of his opponent before finding his follow-up, right? And then choosing whether he wants to follow through with it. Like, we saw him do, like, the weak hit pop-up of downlight where he just does something that doesn't actually follow up into Sair, but he knows that his teammate's there to be able to follow up so he can reposition, then Sair them back into him for the neutral signature. His combos are very, very creative. And Luna and Snowy are having trouble keeping up with it. But the Zonix is going to be locked in here for Game 3 as they are down to one more win. And the Red Raptor Chun-Li team will be getting into winners finals first here in the Autumn Championship. And that is incredibly exciting and a little unprecedented, I'd say.
Would be quite the mix-up. We haven't seen many Red Raptor Chun-Li teams as a whole, and to see it potentially be making it into the winners finals could be big. But right now, Luna and Snowy, they have to win 3 in a row if they want to be going into that winners final.
Raydish continuing to carry that one orb in all 5 regions play rate. Right? Like, that's just the single orb that wins tournaments. Who is it? Yeah, you could expect it to be Raydish.
When that pie graph comes out and it's like weapons played in top 8, Raydish is the orb.
It's just the orb. No, it's like, you're saying it like jokingly, but that's actually just the case. People just really have not been jumping onto this weapon, and maybe this is going to shed some light onto the potential of Red Raptor in 2s. And how appropriate it is for like Red Raptor and last Sentai being such a good team player, right? Like, even though he has to be alone, it's pretty sick actually.
He's got his new team.
But I swear, Zariel's side sig, after a certain amount of damage, looks like it has the highest force in the game. They go
it just
flying.
Launches. Yo, MegD still got the wall touch there. Unarmed KO, not going to happen onto MegD's second stock. You saw Luna really trying to steal that one away.
Oh, the neutral stick hits. Luna gets sent flying to the right-hand side. Weapon throw saves Snowy critically. Snowy goes down shortly afterwards, but any extra credit he got there was absolutely worth it. Falling Pogo, tries to go for the second one, and Luna cleverly manages to make his way back onto stage. Here he goes. Let's see what he can get off of this. One side light, nothing afterwards. Never mind. Snowy does. I think he saves him from what would have been a cider knockout. That was a pretty good hit from Snowy.
That was pretty big. I think Snowy would have preferred to have hit Raydish there, but still kept Luna alive for a little while longer. Luna now going to fall, but look at MegD already getting into the red on his second stock.
Yeah, Raydish now on the boots, gets the neutral light, interrupts Luna from getting that side sig, D-light down air, and Snowy puts up the end sig, but it doesn't end up hitting Raydish away. And so a good amount of damage came out onto Luna there on that fresh stock, and MegD, while the most damage on the field, has not gone down just yet.
Side sig connects.
Oh, the save! Okay.
Comes in with the neutral sig. MegD going to fall on the right side to the downlight side air, but
he got the dodge. Double down air, goes into the ground pound. Raydish just barely makes it back, so does Snowy, but that was a lot of damage. Another edge guard opportunity.
Snowy just trying to get out of dodge. Raydish's boots putting the fear into Snowy right now, and now he's over to the orb. No weapon for Snowy just yet.
Oh, what's it going to be? Gauntlets picked up. Goes up for that nair, falls to the sider. MegD gets hit by that recovery. Raydish tries to fall down, and he goes off the top of the stage. It's 4 stocks to 2. Snowy and Luna, I think, have figured something out here in this game 3. Ground pound connects, and MegD can go down shortly afterwards if he's not careful. Oh, so many gauntlet ground pounds connecting.
Oh, but the side stick follow-up there. And
the neutral stick follow-up. And just like that, it's an even game in stocks.
Yeah, Raydish did a really good job setting that one up as well. He had the downlight, chase dodge, turnaround, side air, and MegD just had to hit 2 signatures and even everything up.
Oh, and now Raydish has the front line here for MegD. MegD hits a down stick into the ground pound on the Luna. That's a good start, but 2 nairs in a row puts Raydish in the orange. 3 nairs. MegD has to help his teammate land. The recovery comes through. Raydish still can't get down to the ground. And MegD now has the front line just as hard as Raydish does, but that side stick's going to send them flying to the bottom left corner of the screen. And now a team combo into D-Light nair off that side light. It's going to be the first win for Snowy and Luna in this best of 5.
They get themselves on the board. Looked good. The signature accuracy in particular definitely picked up for Luna. He was hitting those gauntlet side sigs where he wasn't before.
Yeah, I'm actually interested to see those numbers because I bet the amount used was less, but the accuracy was a lot higher. Still, that team combo coming out from Raydish with that into the neutral signature there, they've been so fantastic against those follow-ups, but they just need to get those and while they have a lead, rather than being from behind here. We're going to see that gravity cancels D-Light into nair. It's like the fastest gravity cancel that you could do because he was like already grounded. Oh, we don't get to see the stats. That's all right.
3, 2, 1,
we're going to game number 4. Fortress of Lions, MegD and Raydish going up against Luna and Snowy. And we have really been seeing some staple team compositions. This is actually really exciting because the Java Fakey and MegD Raydish team comps are like so unlike any other region that we've been seeing this weekend.
They're very niche and they kind of are specific to the people playing them.
And I think they're like, well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what the future holds for these 2v2 team comps as we get into BCX. Because I'm wondering how much of it is like they're just difficult to do because the players made them. I think for Raydish's case, no one's copying this comp, even if it wins. But like for Java and Fakey's case, a Kaya Finn is something that's pretty accessible. But I digress. That neutral sig angle of knockback, perfect there. I wonder, I don't actually know off the top of my head what decides if they go to the top to the right or like off to the right. Because that was the neutral sig, right?
Yeah, that's why the first time when it went like very vertical, like, I was very lost because normally it just goes kind of horizontal.
Yeah, I'm actually curious. Ensig hits, goes for the second Ensig there.
Oh
no, nair hits on the Raydish. Is that it?
Weapon toss hits. Raydish gets the touch and Luna doesn't hit the ground pound, so he's going to end up falling there.
Pretty critical because that was Raydish's second stock. So he manages to make it back, and they get a very damaged stock in exchange for it. Okay, Snowy, what is going on? It's a slippery fortress. That's what it is, right? That's two red team stocks going off the right side of the stage, and now MegD and Raydish somehow have a lead.
Lions, of course, the slipperiest of animals in the savannah.
Sea lions. Yeah, there you go. I don't know really what to explain. Is this a savannah?
Well, like that's where lions live, right? Well, they're the king of the jungle. So.
Fortress of Lions is just in. What are we going to land on here? All we know is that they're slippery, right? That's the key fact here.
OEL Lions are real slippery. Raydish, though, is slippery because he's deep red and he's not getting caught.
He's not, and that's important because he took a lot of damage there in that second stock at the very beginning. One stair comes through. He's kind of doing this like touch and go play style. The Ensig just slight delay after that neutral win. Catches them both off guard, takes Luna down. Now Luna onto winner's bracket stock. Snowy flies in with the cannon dare. Doesn't get anything started, however, and Raydish is still holding center stage. Dash jump forward, D-Light, side light, gets stuffed out of his recovery, actually. Has to stare back to stage, and Raydish actually helps him back.
Luna hasn't touched in a minute. The weapon toss.
Down like ground pound. Okay. They take the lead, although Luna is certainly the weak link here. We talked about it before. Onyx not exactly the pivotal 1v2 character. Downer isn't leading anything. Orb Neutralite just interrupts everything. Neutralite comes through, and Luna does get a recovery for his trouble. But recovery nair will put him into orange.
It's the punish, though.
Oh, the team combo and the weapon throw. You saw him go for it, but Luna doesn't end up getting it. Recovery connects as well. Luna, so damaged here. Has to let Snowy do all the front lining, which he's more than willing to do. But that stair somehow still gets through the defense.
And that almost put Luna off screen. He is getting very damaged here. He's stuck on this outside, and Snowy's not giving a lot of breathing room for Luna to get in, but he makes it over to the left side now. There's some platform for him. No weapon, though, and MegD's definitely hunting for Luna.
Oh, side air comes through. Recovery does connect. MegD sent flying. Sideline side air into the Sair. They get the team combo, and Luna still holding on to the back line, waiting for Snowy to get something started. Send him back over to him, and Snowy's just kind of getting the damage on his own. But MegD with the edge guard catches Luna on the wall, and now it's a 1v2.
The dare hits the perfect angle to launch Raydish off stage, but Snowy not able to get that KO. Needs a downlight for the Nair. Can he find it?
Sideline comes
goes
through.
The wrong way.
Yeah, Snowy tries to downlight and actually ends up dashing off and daring to the right side of the stage. Recovery connects. Raydish, how are you surviving? The unarmed recovery comes through, and now they can weapon starve him, but I think D-Light recovery unarmed would just knock out. Okay, Snowy's got this. MegD is at a deficit here. This is an Onyx stock in orange. MegD's got to get like a few combos and some change. Neutralite almost knocks out on its own.
Pick of weapons. It's going to be a cannon. A side air won't do it just yet. MegD does pick up a pair of gauntlets. Snowy, got to respect MegD a little bit here. The Neutralite, not enough.
Bounces off the stage. MegD can survive one more of those unless it's at the exact wall. Snowy letting off every single cannon blast. Down air hits.
Still not enough. Snowy
never do
it. Up.
Never do it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
MegD can't get anything started with the gauntlets. He doesn't even want to risk going for a weapon throw starter here. Gets the Nair. Doesn't get the sidelight right afterwards. Snowy tosses his weapon away. The D-Light instant catches it. The read that he doesn't dodge wins the game off of the downlight. And Raydish and MegD move forward 3-1.
They're going into the winners finals. A guaranteed top 3. MegD with the perfect read on Snowy's movement.
Let's see.
To catch him.
That was a read, right? Because I don't think Snowy's dodge was gone. He dash dodges back down. And MegD he went for this before. Nair comes through.